Hi, I am Nolt.
You should be grateful. You're marrying into money. She said it with a smile in front of his entire family, like it was a joke. That night, my fiancé asked me to apologize. To her, that's when I decided. If no one was going to protect me from her, I'd do it myself. And my revenge, it would be silent, surgical, and unforgettable. If you've ever had to smile through disrespect just to keep the peace, this one's for you. Hit that like button, subscribe for more true revenge stories, and comment below. What's the most elegant revenge you've ever seen? The stranger with a smile I met Elle just 4 days after Ethan proposed. She was his older sister by 2 years. Law degree, lives in a top-floor flat, curls her hair like she has a personal stylist, and always carries herself like she's walking a red carpet. At first, I tried to believe her smile. When we first shook hands, she held mine for a beat too long and said, "So you're the lucky girl, huh?" Lucky? Not congratulations. Not, "I'm happy for you both." Just lucky. I ignored it. People can be awkward. I gave her the benefit of the doubt. But over time, the awkwardness became a pattern. And the pattern started to bleed into my relationship with Ethan. She never said anything directly cruel. That was her genius. Every insult was a whisper beneath a compliment. Every jab came dressed in pearls and perfume. "He's never dated anyone like you before. You're very independent. It'll be interesting to see how you adjust to this family. We're very traditional." And always, always with that smile, that calculated smile. The one that tells you, "I know exactly what I just said, and you can't prove it." Here's the thing about Ethan. He's a good man, but he hates conflict. Whenever I brought up how uncomfortable Elle made me feel, he'd sigh and say, "She doesn't mean it like that. She's just defensive. She takes a while to warm up." And for a while, I swallowed it. Because I loved him, and because I wanted to be accepted. I even started telling myself I was imagining things. That maybe I was being too sensitive. That's what gaslighting feels like. When you start to gaslight yourself. But the cracks widened quickly. At family brunches, she'd exclude me from inside jokes. She'd comment on my job. "Marketing? Huh? You know, Ethan always said he wanted to marry someone ambitious. I have a master's degree. I built my career from scratch. But to her, I was just decoration. And she wanted to make sure I knew it. We were 2 months away from the wedding. Ethan's mom invited us over for dinner. The table was dressed like it was Thanksgiving. Polished silverware, roasted lamb, floral centerpieces. One of Elle's cousins announced she had gotten into Columbia for law. Everyone clapped. Then Elle turned to me, glass of wine in hand, eyes twinkling. "So, are you excited to be marrying into money?" I blinked. She smiled wider. "Not everyone gets that lucky, right? You should really be grateful." The room froze. Her dad shifted. Her mom laughed nervously. Ethan stared at his plate. Me? I set my fork down. My hands were shaking, but I kept my voice even. "I'm grateful to be marrying someone I love, not his bank account. But thanks for your concern." She blinked. Just once. Her smile twitched. Then she reached for more wine. No one defended me. That was the part that hurt more than anything. That night after the dinner, I was helping Ethan dry dishes. I thought he'd say he was sorry, that she was cruel, that he was proud of how I handled it. Instead, he said, "I know she's out of line, but can you just apologize? Just to keep the peace. She's sensitive." I froze. You want me to apologize? He rubbed the back of his neck. She's been through a lot lately. I just want everything to be smooth until the wedding. And just like that, something inside me snapped. Not in anger, not in panic, in clarity. I looked at him and realized he wouldn't protect me. He couldn't stand up to her. He didn't understand what it cost me to keep swallowing my pride. So I stopped expecting him to. Elle was smart, but she had a fatal flaw. She was obsessed with appearances. Everything had to look perfect. Her job, her hair, her Instagram grid, her relationship, especially her relationship. Her boyfriend Drew was sweet, too sweet, kind eyes, always trying to keep up with her. He adored her, and she tolerated him. I noticed she never posted about him unless it was to celebrate herself. So proud of my accomplishments. Love that Drew was there to support me. Weekend escape. And yes, I planned everything as usual. One day, I caught her scrolling through her own Instagram and muttering, I need a better couple shot. Not a better relationship, a better shot. And that's when I started watching her like a strategist, not a future sister-in-law. Because I knew someone that obsessed with control is usually hiding something. It happened at a Sunday brunch. She set her phone down on the counter to go to the bathroom. It lit up one message from a contact saved as Maddox. Still thinking about last night. Your trouble. When can I see you again? I didn't touch it. I didn't need to. I just memorized the name. That night I looked up Maddox on Instagram. He wasn't hard to find. Tattooed gym trainer, mutuals with two of her friends. He posted a story of a rooftop dinner with 2 glasses of wine and a woman's reflection in the window. I froze the frame, zoomed in, her watch, her rings. It was Elle, and I smiled. I didn't confront her. I didn't tell Ethan. I didn't even tell Drew. Instead, I planted seeds. To Ethan's mom. Elle seems exhausted lately. I hope everything's okay with Drew. To Drew. Elle said something odd at brunch. Like she wasn't sure about marriage. Is everything okay? To her friends. Do you think Elle and Drew will last? She seems restless. Every time I said something, I watched the gears turn in their heads. And I waited. Because people like Elle, they unravel by themselves. You just have to pull the first thread. 2 weeks before the wedding, she invited me to lunch. I think we should clear the air, she said, stirring her iced coffee. She smiled like a cat. You've been struggling to fit in, and I want to help you adjust before the wedding. It's not easy becoming part of our family if you weren't born into it. I smiled back. Must be hard for Drew too. She paused. What? I leaned in, voice soft. If he ever saw the text from Maddox, I doubt he'd feel like family either. Her face went white. What are you talking about? I shrugged. Just something I saw. Don't worry. I haven't told anyone. Yet. And then I got up, left a $10 bill on the table, and walked out. She never smiled at me again. After our lunch, Elle went quiet. For the first time since I'd met her, she didn't try to provoke me. She didn't comment in the family group chat. She skipped the next Sunday brunch. She was unraveling. I didn't do anything more. I didn't have to. Because now, every conversation, every glance, every comment was haunted by the truth she knew I held. People like her, they're not afraid of consequences. They're afraid of exposure. And I had become the mirror she couldn't look into. Drew called me 1 week before the wedding. I'll never forget his voice. Software cracked, like someone whose whole world had just shifted. Hey, I know this is awkward, but do you think Elle's ever cheated on me? I paused, then quietly said, I think you deserve the truth. Check her messages, specifically from someone named Maddox. There was silence, then, thank you. He hung up. That night I heard from a mutual friend that Drew had confronted her. She screamed at him, said I was lying, that I was jealous. But then, he showed her the screenshot of the rooftop dinner, her reflection in the window, the wine glasses. She went silent. He walked out. Elle didn't just get dumped. She got exposed. Drew told a few close friends what happened. Word spread like wildfire. Some of her own friends stopped responding to her texts. Worse, her own mother called me and said, I don't know what's gotten into Elle. I hope she doesn't come to the wedding in this state. I didn't have to say a word. The same family who once excused her behavior was now tired of her. And for the first time, she was alone. Our wedding was everything I dreamed of. Soft jazz, white roses, sunlight pouring through stained glass. Ethan looked at me with eyes full of love and something else, respect. I think he saw something in me that day, a quiet strength he hadn't fully understood before. And Elle? She didn't come. Sent a single-line text to Ethan. I'm not well. I need time. He read it, then put his phone away. No one mentioned her again, not once. A month after the wedding, Elle sent me a DM. Just 3 words. Did you tell him? I didn't reply, because the real answer was, I didn't have to. You destroyed yourself. All I did was stop protecting you. Ethan eventually told me he was glad his sister stayed away. He didn't ask why, and I didn't offer anything. Some part of him probably knew what had happened, but he never pushed, because deep down he understood. Someone had finally drawn a line she couldn't cross. The power wasn't in revenge. It was in withholding mercy. Sometimes revenge isn't loud. It isn't fire and fury. It's a stillness, a refusal to bow. People like Elle thrive on your silence, on your willingness to endure discomfort for the sake of peace. But the moment you decide you're not responsible for their comfort, you reclaim your power. And that's the sweetest revenge of all. Have you ever had to take the high road only to realize the low road had fewer snakes? Drop your own story in the comments.
If you felt that sweet taste of justice in this story, hit that like button, subscribe for more true revenge arcs, and share this with someone who needs a reminder you don't have to shout to win. Sometimes silence is your sword.